car with the soul of a British spy, the roar of a predator, and the elegance of a tailored suit straight from Savile Row. That's the Aston Martin Vantage, a car forever tied to speed, style, and mystery. But in 2025, the legend has been reborn. The all-new Aston Martin Vantage isn't just another sports car, it's a declaration, a sharper, meaner, more technologically advanced beast that carries the weight of Aston Martin's century-old heritage on its shoulders. It has the impossible task of pleasing purists who worship its history, while battling modern rivals who push performance to extremes. So what makes the 2025 Vantage so special? It's more powerful, more luxurious, and more driver-focused than ever before. It's the bridge between Aston Martin's past and future, a car that doesn't just perform, but seduces. Today we'll dive into the story of the Aston Martin Vantage 2025, its heritage, its engineering brilliance, its breathtaking design, and why it may just be the purest expression of Aston Martin's identity. To understand the 2025 Vantage, you first need to understand the name. Vantage has been part of Aston Martin's bloodline since the 1950s, when it was used to denote high-performance variants of the DB models. By the 1970s, Vantage became its own standalone model, muscular, stylish, and unapologetically British. The Vantage wasn't just about raw speed, it was about presence. This was the car James Bond could drive when he wasn't behind the wheel of a DB5. It was the Aston for those who wanted something bolder, louder, and more aggressive. Fast forward to 2018, and Aston Martin introduced a new generation of the Vantage, low, wide, and fierce, with a Mercedes-AMG sourced twin-turbo V8. It brought modern reliability and firepower while keeping that Aston charisma alive. The 2025 Vantage takes this foundation and turns up the intensity. This isn't just an update, it's a full transformation designed to remind the world why Aston Martin belongs at the top tier of luxury performance. At the core of the 2025 Vantage sits a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine developed in partnership with Mercedes-AMG but tuned by Aston Martin's engineers to have its own distinct character. The result? A staggering 656 horsepower and 800 Newton-meters of torque. That's a huge leap over the outgoing model, giving the new Vantage a 30% boost in power. With launch control engaged, it sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds, before charging on to a top speed of around 202 miles per hour. But it's not just about numbers, it's about feel. Aston Martin has given the Vantage a reworked exhaust system that delivers a snarling theatrical soundtrack. It's not a muted turbo engine, it's a symphony of crackles, growls, and roars designed to make your hair stand on end. This engine transforms the Vantage into more than a sports car. It's a predator, one that prowls quietly when you need it to, but strikes with ferocity when unleashed. Power is nothing without control, and Aston Martin made sure the 2025 Vantage could dance as well as it sprints. The chassis has been heavily re-engineered with stiffer components, adaptive dampers, and advanced aerodynamics that generate more downforce than ever before. A new electronic rear differential works in harmony with torque vectoring to give razor-sharp cornering, while the adaptive suspension balances comfort with aggression. The car is wider, giving it more grip and presence on the road, and a redesigned steering system ensures precise, communicative feedback. The result? A car that's not just faster in a straight line, but alive in your hands on twisting back roads. It's a driver's car through and through, something Aston Martin knew it had to deliver to win hearts back from Porsche 911 Turbo and McLaren Artura buyers. Aston Martin has always believed its cars should be as beautiful as they are fast, and the 2025 Vantage is no exception. It's an evolution of the 2018 design, but sharper, more muscular, and more aggressive. The front end now features a larger grille, flanked by slim, piercing LED headlights that give it a predatory look. The long hood, short overhangs, and wide haunches emphasize its rear-wheel drive proportions. Aerodynamic tweaks aren't just functional, they also enhance the car's sculpted elegance. At the rear, quad exhausts and a wider stance remind you that this car means business. The stance is pure aggression, yet it retains the timeless Aston Martin grace. Step inside and the transformation continues. The cabin is a blend of luxury craftsmanship and modern technology. Leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber are everywhere. But the real improvement is in the tech suite. A new infotainment system, co-developed with Mercedes, replaces the clunky old interface. A fully digital driver's display, wireless connectivity, and a premium Bowers & Wilkins sound system ensure the car feels cutting edge without losing its handmade charm. The 2025 Vantage doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's entering a battlefield full of world-class competitors. Porsche 911, Turbo S, the benchmark in usability and speed, but the Vantage offers more exclusivity and drama. McLaren Artura, a hybrid supercar with futuristic tech. The Vantage counters with raw character and thunderous sound. Ferrari Roma, the Italian GT with seductive curves. The Aston feels more aggressive and uniquely British. Mercedes-AMG GT, its closest cousin under the hood, but the Vantage has Aston's bespoke tuning and heritage. Where the Vantage wins is in emotion. It's not just about lap times or statistics, it's about how it makes you feel. Aston Martin faces a tricky future. With electrification looming, the days of pure internal combustion are numbered. The 2025 Vantage may very well be one of the last pure V8 sports cars we see from the brand. That's why Aston Martin made this one count. It's more powerful, more beautiful, and more visceral than any Vantage before. It's a celebration of everything enthusiasts love about petrol-powered performance, packaged in a car that feels modern enough to carry Aston Martin into its next era. Collectors already see it as a future classic, a car that may one day be remembered as the last great chapter before electrification changed everything. Beyond engineering, the Vantage has always had cultural significance. It's been in James Bond films, luxury magazines, and the garages of celebrities worldwide. The 2025 Vantage continues this tradition. It's a car that doesn't just perform, it announces you've arrived, not with vulgarity, but with confidence. It's the kind of car that turns heads without trying, that carries an aura of sophistication while still thrilling you behind the wheel. The 2025 model amplifies this reputation, reminding the world that Aston Martin isn't just another luxury brand, it's a living legend. Now imagine yourself behind the wheel. You're on a deserted stretch of mountain road. The V8 rumbles to life, echoing off the cliffs. You press the throttle, and suddenly the world blurs. The nose dives into the apex, the exhaust cracks on the overrun, and the steering feels like an extension of your own hands. At that moment, you realize the 2025 Vantage isn't just about numbers, it's about sensation. It's about the way the engine growls, the way the car moves beneath you, the way every detail feels tuned for excitement. This isn't just Aston Martin building another sports car. This is Aston Martin reminding the world that driving is supposed to stir the soul. The 2025 Vantage is proof that even in an age of hybrid tech and electrification, there's still room for passion, drama, and raw mechanical beauty. It's the wow moment, a reminder that sometimes perfection is measured not in milliseconds, but in goosebumps. The Aston Martin Vantage 2025 is more than a new model, it's a statement. A car that blends heritage with modern engineering, elegance with aggression, and luxury with raw power. From its 656 horsepower V8 to its meticulously crafted cabin, it captures the essence of what makes Aston Martin iconic. It's a car built for drivers, for dreamers, and for those who want more than just speed. They want an experience. As the automotive world moves toward electrification, the 2025 Vantage may one day be remembered as the last pure sports car of its kind, a machine that carried Aston Martin's torch of beauty, power, and soul into a new era. So the next time you see a 2025 Vantage glide past, low, wide, and unapologetically British, remember, you're not just witnessing a car, you're witnessing a legend reborn for a new generation. If this story of the Aston Martin Vantage 2025 inspired you, make sure to like the video, share it with fellow car enthusiasts, and subscribe for more journeys into the world's most extraordinary machines.